You know, there's something I've noticed as I've gotten older. Our minds are a lot like gardens. If we tend to them regularly, even in small ways, they stay vibrant and full of life. But if we let them go untended, well, things can start to feel a little overgrown, a little sluggish. Maybe you've felt it too. Those moments when a name slips your mind, or you walk into a room and suddenly forget why you're there. It happens to all of us. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. Today I want to share something simple, but powerful. Something I call the 2-minute brain rule. It's all about how taking short, intentional mental breaks throughout your day can help keep your mind sharp, focused, and even boost your memory. And the best part? It's so easy, you can start doing it right now. No complicated routines, no expensive gadgets, just you, your mind, and a few minutes here and there to give it the care it deserves. Now you might be thinking, only 2 minutes? Can that really make a difference? Absolutely. Think about it like this. When you water a plant, you don't flood it all at once. You give it small, steady sips, and over time, it thrives. Your brain works the same way. Short, frequent moments of mental refreshment can add up to something truly powerful. So, let's talk about how this works. The first key is awareness. So often we go through our days on autopilot, doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, without ever giving our minds a chance to reset. But just like your body needs to stretch after sitting for too long, your brain needs little breaks to stay nimble. That's where the 2-minute rule comes in. Here's how you can start. Pause and breathe. It sounds almost too simple, but taking just 2 minutes to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let your mind settle can work wonders. You don't need any special training. Just find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. If your mind wanders, and it will, that's perfectly normal. Gently bring it back to your breathing. This tiny reset helps clear mental clutter and gives your brain a chance to recharge. Now, the second way to use your 2 minutes is engage your senses. Our brains love stimulation, especially as we age, and one of the best ways to wake them up is through our senses. Take a moment to really notice the world around you, the sound of birds outside, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the scent of your morning coffee. Or try this. Hold an everyday object, a pen, a piece of fruit, and focus on how it feels in your hand. Is it smooth, textured, heavy, or light? This kind of mindful attention strengthens neural connections and keeps your mind engaged in the present moment. And here's something beautiful about these small breaks. They don't just help your brain, they can lift your mood too. When you slow down and really notice life, even for just a couple of minutes, it brings a sense of calm and appreciation. That's a pretty great bonus, don't you think? Now, before we go further, I want you to try something. Right after this video, take 2 minutes, just 2, and do one of these little exercises. Breathe deeply, or pick up an object and really study it. See how it feels. And when you're ready, come back, and we'll explore even more ways to keep your mind sharp and energized. Because this is just the beginning. And trust me, the best is yet to come. You know, I love hearing from people who've tried the 2-minute brain breaks, because so often they're surprised by how something so small can feel so refreshing. Maybe you felt it too after trying that deep breathing or focusing on an object. It's like giving your mind a sip of cool water on a warm day. And the best part? There are even more ways to weave these little mental pauses into your day. Ways that don't just rest your brain, but actually help it grow stronger. Let's start with movement. Now, I'm not talking about running a marathon or lifting weights, though if you enjoy that, more power to you. What I mean is gentle, mindful movement. Because here's something fascinating. Your brain and body are deeply connected. When you move, even just a little, you send fresh oxygen and energy to your brain, helping it fire on all cylinders. So, here's a 2-minute trick. Stand up and stretch. Reach your arms overhead, roll your shoulders, shift your weight from foot to foot. Or, if you're feeling steady, take a slow stroll around the room, paying attention to how your feet meet the floor. This isn't about exercise. It's about waking up your senses and giving your brain a boost. Now, the next way to use your 2 minutes is curiosity. Think about how a child explores the world. Everything is new. Everything is interesting. As we get older, we tend to stick to routines. And while routines are comfortable, they don't always challenge our brains. So, here's your invitation. Pick something, anything, and learn one small thing about it. Maybe it's a flower in your garden, a word in another language, or how your coffee maker works. Spend 2 minutes just exploring, just wondering. You don't need to become an expert. You're just giving your brain a little nudge saying, hey, there's always something new to discover. And here's one more powerful tool: gratitude. Now you might be thinking, what does gratitude have to do with my brain? Well, it turns out a lot. When we focus on what we're thankful for, even the small things, it shifts our mindset, reduces stress, and actually strengthens the parts of our brain linked to happiness and memory. So, try this. Take 2 minutes to think of 3 things you're grateful for today. Maybe it's the smell of fresh laundry, a phone call from a friend, or even just the fact that you woke up feeling rested. Say them out loud, or write them down. It's like giving your brain a warm hug. Now, I know some days are harder than others. Maybe you're feeling tired, or your mind feels foggy, and the idea of doing anything, even for 2 minutes, seems like too much. That's okay. On those days, your 2-minute break can be as simple as sitting quietly and saying to yourself, right now, I'm just here. No pressure, no expectations, just being. Because sometimes, the kindest thing we can do for our brains is to give them permission to rest. And here's the thing, none of this has to be perfect. Some days you'll remember to take these little breaks. Other days, life will get busy, and that's all right. What matters is that you're giving yourself the tools to stay sharp, to stay present, and to enjoy the moments that make up your day. Because your brain is with you for life. Isn't it wonderful that keeping it healthy can be so simple? So, let's keep going. You've got movement, curiosity, and gratitude in your toolkit now. And in the next part, we'll explore even more ways to make the 2-minute brain rule work for you. Because every little pause you take is a gift to your mind and to the life you're living right now. You know, one of the most beautiful things about getting older is realizing how much small moments matter. That cup of tea savored slowly in the morning, the way sunlight falls across your favorite chair in the afternoon, even the quiet hum of the refrigerator at night. These little things stitch together the fabric of our days. And just like those moments nourish your spirit, small pauses can nourish your mind. That's what the 2-minute brain rule is all about. Not adding more to your day, but weaving in tiny pockets of renewal that help you feel more present, more awake, more you. Now, let's talk about connection. Here's something science has shown us again and again. Our brains thrive when we connect with others. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. Just a 2-minute check-in can light up your mind. Pick up the phone and call a friend or family member just to say, I was thinking about you. Or if you're out running errands, share a smile and a few words with the cashier or the neighbor walking their dog. These micro moments of connection release feel-good chemicals in your brain and strengthen the neural pathways that keep your social cognition sharp. Loneliness can fog the mind, but even brief, warm interactions can clear the air. Next up is play. When's the last time you did something just for the fun of it? As kids, we played naturally. We doodled, we built things, we made up games. But somewhere along the way, many of us stopped. Well, here's your reminder. Play isn't frivolous. It's brain fuel. So, for your 2-minute break, try something playful. Keep a puzzle book by your chair and tackle one riddle. Hum a tune you love. Doodle swirls on a scrap of paper. When you engage in something lighthearted, you activate creative parts of your brain that don't always get exercise in daily life. And creativity isn't just about art. It's about problem solving, flexibility, and seeing new possibilities. Finally, let's talk about reflection. At the end of the day, maybe as you're settling into bed, take 2 minutes to revisit one good moment from your day. Not the whole day, just one snapshot. A laugh you shared, a task you completed, a pretty cloud you noticed. Let yourself really feel that moment again. This simple practice does something remarkable. It trains your brain to scan for positives, which over time can actually rewire your thought patterns toward optimism and resilience. And when your outlook is brighter, your mind feels lighter too. So, there you have it. Movement, curiosity, gratitude, connection, play, and reflection. 6 ways to give your brain 2 minutes of care, anytime, anywhere. None of them require money, special equipment, or even much energy. They're just small, intentional pauses that add up to a big difference in how you think, remember, and experience the world around you. Now, I'll leave you with this. You don't have to do all of these at once. Start with 1 or 2 that feel easiest, and let it grow naturally. Some days you'll remember, some days you won't. That's perfectly okay. This isn't about adding another chore to your life. It's about gifting yourself moments of presence. Because you deserve to feel clear, engaged, and joyful at every age. If you found this helpful, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your favorite 2-minute brain break? Or maybe you've discovered one of your own. Sharing our experiences helps us all learn and grow together. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more simple, uplifting ways to thrive after 60. Remember, friend, your mind is a garden, and every 2-minute pause is a seed of care. Keep tending to it and watch how beautifully it blooms. Here's to your sharp, vibrant, wonderful brain, and to you, living each day with a little more lightness and a little more joy. Take care, and I'll see you next time.